Hey there, I'm T. Welcome to Earth to Eve Tarot. This is a new channel. I've been reading for quite a while, and honestly, I put tarot down for a bit, and I've recently wanted to start back up. So, welcome to my channel. Nothing fancy here. No crazy intro music. I prefer to keep my face off camera, and that's just fine. But I'm just here to read because it's what I love to do, and I love to share messages with people. So I'm kind of on this like love kick tonight. We're doing love readings. I seem to be on a roll with that. I kind of feel like I'm warming up for a marathon, to be honest with you. So let's just do a general love reading for the collective, okay? What is the current energy between the collective and the person on their mind? What is the current energy between the collective and the person on their mind? The Lovers. Well, I mean, that's pretty thick right out the gate there. That's heavy in a good way. What else do we have? That's too many. I'm not taking that. What is the energy between the collective and the person that they're thinking of? The King of Swords. Get a couple more cards here. What is the energy between the collective and, whoa, the person they're thinking of? Oh boy, hold on. A bunch of them just flew all over the floor. And I'm definitely not going to take all of them, but I will take the ones that flipped up. The Six of Pentacles. The High Priestess. I just want one more. The energy between the collective and the person on their mind. Okay. The Three of Cups. It's an interesting connection off the top. I sense a little resistance in this love. Just a little bit. And I'm not sure what side it's coming from just yet, but I kind of feel like the resistance is coming from this other person. And I'm kind of feeling that the resistance is that you are almost otherworldly to this person. Here is the High Priestess right here, okay? And I don't think that they know how to receive you, okay? The King of Swords here. Very logical person, very fair, looks at all the facts. Science. That's what this energy reminds me of. The proof is in the science, you know? It's that kind of energy. And surrounding this energy, we have the Love card, the Lover's card. We have the Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Three of Cups. And I feel like this is the energy that you bring, collective. You bring this level of light, love, collaboration, cooperation, this higher knowing. There is a frequency about you that this King of Swords simply doesn't understand. But I'm hoping that they are in the sword state, that they're open to learning. I feel like that's a slow process though. But that's what I feel here. I feel that there is something about you that this person is not familiar with and doesn't understand. I don't think they've encountered somebody like you, either in a really long time or ever. This may be a person who was raised in a household that had structure. Maybe they played on a lot of sports teams, right? That requires structure. That requires forward thinking and thinking strategically and, looking at the plays and everything. And then I feel like there's you, and maybe you were raised in a home where poetry and art and spirituality was valued. But we do have the Lovers here. Okay, so maybe opposites attract here. Maybe opposites attract. Let's clarify. Can I have a card or two to clarify the Lovers? Oh, the Devil. the Three of Pentacles. This person may very well be just slightly enamored by you a little bit. Let's continue. The King of Swords. Let's get some cards to clarify the King of Swords. But they would never tell you that. The Moon. The Three of Wands. The Page of Cups. You intrigue this person. You intrigue this person so much that they would never, like, they don't want you to know. They keep their feelings small. Okay, this is not king energy. This is not queen energy. This is not even knight energy. This is a page. This is curiosity about you. You've struck their romantic bone somehow. And I think it just has to do with the type of person you are. They're definitely looking out on the horizon, looking forward. This is Three of Wands, right? They are observing. They're in a state of observation, yet they're intrigued. They're intrigued, and there is something about you that is incredibly sensual to them. There's something about you that is sensual, and I feel like they don't know how to handle that. Not only are you this bright, intuitive, connected, loving person, they find it very sensual. What is the Six of Coins here? What is the Six of Pentacles? What is the Six of Pentacles? The Tower. Okay. And the High Priestess. Hard to clarify the High Priestess. What is the High Priestess? Temperance. Justice. The Three of Swords. The Five of Wands. This person has this knowing, okay, that you are this High Priestess because you have been tempered through life like a piece of glass, okay? Nobody can be this wise, this balanced, this caring of others and of justice for everybody unless they've been through the wringer. This person recognizes you as having this higher, superior sense of morality that a lot of people don't. And it's because you've experienced injustice too. And I don't feel like the two of you have shared a conversation about this. I feel like it is just a knowing. They just know this about you. They feel like you've seen so much in life that you can see through anything. That's what it feels like. And so they stay in this King of Swords state with the Moon because they're aware that you see things on a different level that other people don't. You see things that other people don't. You notice things that other people don't. And it's probably because of your past life trauma or childhood trauma that you can read a room like that. You can read every person in the room and read them accurately. And of course, nobody wants to be exposed. But what else this tells me is that this person might just be on your level. This person may have been through a lot of pain as well. Okay, the King of Swords isn't the King of Swords because life was easy. Life was hard. Okay, they had to learn to become discerning, to be able to slice through people's bullshit. This person might just be on your level. Let's clarify the Three of Cups down here. What is the Three of Cups? Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Yeah. The Three of Wands. Another Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. I know like double cards coming out are essentially like, or echoed cards is the deck's way of screaming at you what it's trying to tell you. But for me, I'm like, that's like defining a word with the same word. Give me more. Give me more. The Seven of Swords. This person might be having a hard time trusting the light that you bring. I almost hear in the back of my head, like, nobody's that happy. Nobody's that loving. Nobody's that cheerful. Nobody is that connected to everybody around them. How is that even possible? It must be contrived. It must be, there must be something suspicious about it. They're definitely watching you with a discerning eye because they've never experienced somebody like you before. What is this Tower card? The Six of Pentacles was clarified by the Tower. What is this Tower card? Let's clarify further. The Ten of Wands. The Fool. The Five of Cups. Yeah. I feel like this person is very insecure about approaching you. Like you're just too good to be true. Like that can't be real. That's just going to lead to heartache right there if I offer myself, if I exchange myself. This person is, yeah. The King of Cups. If I extend this vulnerability of myself, that could lead to heartache for sure. So like I said, this person has experienced their own damage in life. And so rather than come at you as the King of Cups, they come at you as this Page. But they very much look at you as this earthly goddess who's just connected to everything. So connected. The Star. The Ten of Pentacles. And the Empress. They know you're divine. You are like, perhaps maybe, I mean, sex doesn't matter here, but like, you have a motherly energy about you. Like, moms know everything, right? Like, moms don't know everything, but, you know, moms know. Moms just know. And they are protective. And they are like all-knowing. And they're providers and they produce. And there's something about this motherly energy about you that they find absolutely fascinating. This matriarchal energy. Again, male or female, doesn't matter. But that's how they see you. The High Priestess, you are tempered. You are keeper of people's secrets. Fixer of boo-boos. Protector of the weak. They don't understand someone like you, but they find it scary and attractive. 1444. They find it scary and attractive. But here's how they're coming at you, right? Like, they're not used to that kind of loving care out of people. And they're not that way themselves. They're, you know, this person might have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. Maybe you have children and this person doesn't. But they find this about you just to be like, interesting. The Page of Pentacles. Judgment. They look at you as a leader of those more vulnerable than you. Protector. One more. And really, I mean, either they love how you invest in others, or they are seriously contemplating investing in you in some way. Eight of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. They look at you as incredibly hardworking. They want to communicate with you. They want to communicate with you. They don't know how. They don't know how. Let's get some messages from this person. Let's get some messages from the person that the collective is thinking about. What would they want to tell the collective? How are they feeling? What would they say? What would they say if they had the chance to? Your confidence shakes me. You are untouchable. You make patience feel like starvation. Yeah. You are confident and patient. I'm starting to wonder if this person feels a little left out. But I mean, perhaps they've done that to themselves by being the King of Swords. That's not the vibration you operate on. If they're coming at you as the Emperor and the King of Swords, you know, and you're vibrating on a High Priestess level, you may not be paying this person much heed at the moment. You may not be. And they may feel a little left out and starved of your energy. Let's pull another one. What would this person want to say to the collective? You make ordinary moments feel like secrets. I pull away just to feel you pull back. You're my favorite bad influence. My favorite bad influence. I'm one playlist away from romanticizing this bad decision. Why does this person feel like the collective is a bad decision? You're my favorite bad influence. I'm one playlist away from a bad decision. What is the bad decision? Why is it being viewed as a bad decision? Four of Swords. Well, whatever it is, this person is moving very slowly. Very, very slowly. Why do they feel that this would be... Hold on, all my cards are messed up. Why does this person feel like this would be a bad decision? Oh no, hold on, I messed up. I messed up. There we go. Sort my cards out. Why does this person feel that this would be a bad decision? They're definitely resting on the thought, that's for sure. Why does this person feel like this would be a bad decision? The Fool. There could be a lot of risk involved. A lot of risk involved for taking a leap towards you. They're resting before they make a jump, right? Temperance. Okay. The King of Wands, again, they're highly fascinated by you. The Five of Pentacles. I think that this person, you are so different that they may fear you not accepting them, or there's a fear of being left out in the cold. Oh dear, hold on a second. Why does this person feel like the collective would be a bad decision? Because they're too darn logical. This person doesn't live in their heart space like you do. Okay? It defies everything they know, everything they've been taught. You are different than anybody they've ever met. This goes against everything that they know. So why the attraction? Well, they're still looking. I mean, Two of Wands, they're still considering it. But so, okay then, fine. That's confusing, isn't it? So confusing. What is it exactly that this person finds attractive, or what they like about the collective then? They don't know. The Eight of Cups, they don't know, but they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out. The Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Cups. This person just seems really confused all around. The Six of Swords. There's the Page of Cups again. And the Queen of Cups. They don't know if you'll accept them. This is what they go on around in their head about. They don't know if you'll accept them. Justice. It's easier to just walk away from this, right? The Six of Swords. I feel like this person definitely has options, okay? But for whatever reason, you seem to have their attention. If this person could be honest with the collective, what would they say? If they could be brutally honest, what would they say? The Ten of Pentacles. What would they say? The Four of Wands. They love your stability. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles again. The Nine of Cups. This person, you are like secretly this person's wish fulfillment. Secretly. They don't want anybody to know. The Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. They are definitely holding back communication about this. Possibly from everyone. What would they say? The Nine of Wands. I think they would want you to know. Like, Nine of Wands to me is investment. Like, you're almost at the Ten of Wands. You're almost at the end. You're heavily invested in that point, at that point. What would they say? What would they be honest about? The Devil and Judgment. There's a weird fixation on you for sure. the Eight of Swords, the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, or excuse me, the Queen of Cups. They think about you a lot. They're in your head a lot, and they don't know if you would accept them or not. They don't know if you would accept them or not. How does the collective feel about this person? How does the collective feel about this person? The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person, like, how does the collective feel about this person? The Nine of Cups. How does the collective feel about this person? Oh my gosh. The Five of Swords. The Sun. The Devil. The Six of Cups. I think you like this person, but you perceive their approach as being way too mental. It almost feels like mind games, and that's just not your jam. That's just not your jam. How does the collective feel about this person? The Two of Cups and the Hierophant. If you just came at me with reciprocal energy, you could have it all. That's what it feels like. But this person comes in closed off and unsure of you. You clearly want to talk to them too. There's so much unsaid. That's what this feels like. So much unsaid. Okay, last messages from your person. Last messages from this person. That's not. They don't know how to feel about you, but they do know how to feel about you. It's such a weird. I rehearse what I'd say to you, then forget every word when you smile. So they've given it thought. We're vibing until I overthink it. No way. I am not hard to love. I am hard to fool. Like I said, this person is having a hard time understanding your energy, and they don't want to be fooled. It seems like they do want to come towards you, but they still haven't figured you out yet. And they don't want to be fooled. There's been a lot of pain on their side too. It takes every ounce of my self-discipline to be around you. They like you. I'm not stalking, I'm conducting field research. I mean, right? They don't want to be fooled. They're taking their time, very slow moving, conducting their field research. Anyway, collective, that is your reading. I hope it resonated for most of you, and if it did, drop a like, a comment, share, subscribe. I love chatting with people in the comments, so go ahead and do that, and we'll talk again next time.